What is up, everyone? It's your girl, and today we are about to go on an adventure that is going to blow your mind, reset your expectations, make you want to book a flight immediately. We are diving deep, Mariana Trench, deep, into the heart of Central Asia to explore the absolutely stunning, unbelievably beautiful, criminally underrated country of Uzbekistan. Ancient history isn't just in museums, it's the entire vibe. Every corner is a kaleidoscope of exotic cultures, vibrant colors, stories that date back thousands of years. Like stepping onto a real-life movie set. But the popcorn is Plav, main characters, legendary conquerors, and Silk Road traders. Get ready. Top 5 must-see destinations. 5 must-see destinations. This is a journey, a countdown into the soul of a nation, crossroads of empires. Kicking off our countdown at number 5, we are landing in a place that feels like you've hacked a time machine. Set the dial to ancient Silk Road. Welcome to the old town of Khiva, Kala. Fully preserved walled city, feels like Aladdin's set, but real. Step through the massive ancient gates, and the 21st century melts away. Kids are playing soccer in the narrow alleyways. Grandmas are baking bread in traditional tandyre ovens, and the air is filled with the smell of spices and history. It's a living museum. People actually live here. You can find artisans keeping centuries-old crafts alive. The walls themselves are something else. They're giant mud brick fortifications that have stood for centuries. Walking along the top of these walls at sunset is a legit spiritual experience. Time-lapse of the sunset from the city walls. You look out over a sea of sandy-colored buildings, punctuated by brilliant turquoise domes and bright blue domes. It's the kind of view that makes you put your phone down and just breathe. The culture here is a wild, beautiful blend. You can see the history in the faces of the people, in the patterns on the carpets, and in the sound of the music. You can spend hours just wandering, getting lost in the labyrinth of streets, discovering hidden courtyards, stumbling upon tiny craft shops where artisans keep traditions alive. One of the most iconic sights is the Kalta Minor Minaret. It's famously unfinished. A beautiful, stout symbol of big dreams. The atmosphere in Khiva is so cheerful. Everyone has a smile for you. A shopkeeper will invite you in for tea just to chat. Let's talk about the details. Every single doorway, every wooden pillar, every ceramic tile tells a story. The Juma Mosque's 213 pillars are mind-blowing. And at night, oh my gosh, Khiva transforms. Lamp-lit stone streets, quiet, peaceful, and ridiculously romantic. You might catch a wedding procession or a traditional puppet show. These aren't performances for tourists. This is just life in Khiva. So, coming in at number 5, Khiva is the perfect starting point for our Uzbek adventure. You leave a piece of your heart in Khiva, I swear. All right, moving on to number 4 on our countdown, and we are dialing up the grandeur to like a million. Prepare your eyeballs. Something majestic is coming. We are in the heart of the Silk Road, Samarkand, Registan Square, the epicenter. Calling this a square is an understatement. This is not where you go to feed pigeons and eat a pretzel. This shatters your concept of architecture. The Registan is flanked by 3 of the most ornate madrasas you will ever see. The scale is immense. You feel tiny in the best way. The color, azure, lapis lazuli, turquoise blue, geometric patterns so precise they look mathematical. Massive pishtak portals covered in mosaics and calligraphy. This place was the beating heart of medieval Samarkand. Royal proclamations, a marketplace bustling with merchants from China, India, and Persia, and a center of learning. You can practically feel the echoes of history under your feet. Each of the 3 madrasas has its own personality. On the left, Ulugh Beg Madrasa, built by a Timurid ruler who was also a brilliant astronomer. Imagine scholars debating mathematics and staring up at the stars. Sherdor Madrasa, which means adorned with tigers. Look closely, the mosaics of 2 big cat-like creatures. This was controversial. Images of living beings in Islamic art. Smack in the middle is the Tilya Kori Madrasa, gilded. Walk inside its main mosque and look up. It is just gold. A flat dome painted to look curved, a trick of the eye. Standing in the middle of the Registan as the sun sets is a core memory moment. And then, at night, they often have a light show that tells the history of the square. It brings the whole place to life. This isn't just a historical site. It's a cultural hub today. Newlyweds taking photos, families out for a stroll, and travelers from every corner of the globe. Registan Square, history, art, and wonder rolled into one. Believe the hype. It's real. All right, team. For our number 3 spot, we're taking a little road trip from Samarkand, over a stunning mountain pass, to a city whose name literally means Green City. Welcome to Shahrisabz, a place that is not just beautiful, but also holds a legendary spot in world history. Why? Because this is the birthplace of the man, the myth, the legend himself, Amir Timur, also known in the West as Tamerlane. If you don't know who Tamerlane is, let me give you the quick rundown. He was a 14th century conqueror who built a massive empire across Central Asia, brilliant, ruthless, and he envisioned Samarkand as the most beautiful city in the world. But his heart, and his hometown, was always right here in Shahrisabz. And boy, did he want everyone to know it. This entire city is basically a monument to him. Palaces and tombs meant to dwarf everything else in the world. His ambition was, and I cannot stress this enough, extra. The main event is the Aksaray Palace, the White Palace. Today, 2 colossal 40-meter towers of the entrance portal remain. Just the entrance is bigger than most entire buildings. The main arch was said to be the largest in Central Asia. Standing between these tile-clad giants, you feel the audacity. The details still remaining are insane. Vibrant blue, white, even gilded elements, and an inscription. If you challenge our power, look at our buildings. Shahrisabz isn't just about Tamerlane's ego. Visit the Doris Saudat complex, intended for his dynasty, including the tomb of his son Jahangir and an empty crypt for Timur himself. The traditions here feel deeply rooted and personal. This is his ancestral home. There's a unique sense of pride among locals. They are the keepers of his story. Beyond monuments, the Green City lives up to its name. Lush fields and gardens, a relaxed vibe, colossal ruins rising from peaceful green. Check the Kök Gumbaz Mosque, a massive blue dome that gives Istanbul vibes, built by Ulugh Beg in honor of his father. The Timurid legacy is written in brick and tile. So, coming in at number 3, Shahrisabz offers something unique. A UNESCO World Heritage Site that combines epic ruins, a peaceful green atmosphere, and a deep sense of local pride. It reminds you that behind every great empire and legendary name, there's a home. All right, we are at number 2. If you're a fan of history, drama, and epic stories of power, then you are going to love this. We're in the incredible city of Bukhara, and we're heading straight for the Ark of Bukhara. This isn't just a fortress. This is a city within a city. A massive earthen citadel, seat of rulers for over 1,000 years. The first thing that hits you, sheer raw power. The sloping walls feel almost organic, as if grown from the ground. Built, destroyed by invaders like Genghis Khan, and rebuilt. Stand before the grand entrance and its 2 looming towers. You feel the weight of history. For centuries, this was Bukhara's nerve center, home to the emirs, their courts, their harems, their soldiers. It contained mosques, palaces, barracks, a mint, and a notoriously grim prison. Walking through the gates is stepping into another world, a world of absolute power, intrigue, and drama. This place has more tea to spill than a British afternoon party. One infamous story, Officers Stoddart and Connolly, imprisoned in the bug pit in the 19th century. You can still see the Zindan today, but it's not all dark. The Ark was a center of culture and craftsmanship. Museums show artifacts, archaeology, coins, traditional clothing, regional history. The view from the top of the ramp is one of the best in Bukhara. Look out over Registan Square and the Kalyan Minaret. The Arc dominates the landscape. The throne room is now an open-air courtyard. Stand where the emir sat on a marble throne. Imagine lavish carpets, courtiers in fine silks, guards at attention. Legend says it was founded on 7 pillars like the Big Dipper. The Arc blends into the old city. It feels like the anchor, the heart where streets flow out. Each wall and artifact tells a story. Conquest, faith, art, justice, tyranny. Number 2, the Arc of Bukhara. Raw, powerful, dramatic, unforgettable. And here we are. We have arrived at the number 1, the creme de la creme, captures the entire soul of Uzbekistan in one magical, maze-like embrace. It's not just one building or one square, but a whole living, breathing organism of history and culture. My number 1 must-see destination in Uzbekistan is the old city of Bukhara. If Khiva is a perfectly preserved museum, and Samarkand is a grand, majestic stage, then Bukhara is a warm, inviting home that you never want to leave. This is a city where the main attraction is getting lost. Seriously, a labyrinth of narrow, winding streets, sandy-colored houses with hidden courtyards, mosques and madrasas popping up when you least expect them. The heart of the old city beats around the Liabi House complex. It's an oasis, an ancient pool surrounded by shady, centuries-old mulberry trees. The social hub of Bukhara. You'll see old men playing chess, families enjoying ice cream, and travelers soaking in the chill atmosphere. The perfect place to sip green tea and watch the world go by. Bukhara showcases its multicultural history with pride, Persian, Turkic, and Arab influences. It was a major center for Islamic theology and Sufi mysticism. Bukhara the Noble. One of the most iconic symbols is the Kalyan Minaret, a 47-meter tower of baked brick that has stood nearly 900 years. So impressive Genghis Khan apparently spared it. But the real magic of Bukhara is the people, hospitality on another level. You'll be invited into homes for tea, smiled at by shopkeepers, and feel incredibly welcome. Let's talk shopping. The trading domes are legendary. Covered bazaars buzzing for centuries, each dome specializing hats, jewelry, carpets, spices, today still full of incredible handmade crafts. And the food, oh, the food. Bukhara is a place to eat. Plav, samsas baked in a tandoor, shashlik from a street vendor, fancy restaurants to curbside skewers. What I love most, it doesn't put on a show for tourists. Ancient traditions are daily life. Carpet weavers in a 16th century madrasa, a 1,000-year-old mausoleum beloved by locals. History isn't under glass here. Bukhara is the complete package. Monuments, history, crafts, food, and most importantly, a heart. It invites you to slow down, wander, connect, and just be. Enchanting and unforgettable. And that's a wrap on our countdown adventure through the incredible, awe-inspiring, and absolutely magical country of Uzbekistan. Thank you so much for coming on this journey with me, from the living museum of Khiva to the warm, beating heart of Bukhara. We've walked in the footsteps of conquerors, scholars, and Silk Road traders, and I hope you feel as inspired and amazed as I do. These places are more than just destinations. They are stories, and we've only just read the first chapter. And as promised, that special insight? It's the hospitality. In every city, the true treasure was the genuine, open-hearted warmth of the Uzbek people. That's the magic ingredient that ties it all together. I am dying to know which of these places sparked your wanderlust the most. Was it the epic scale of the Registan in Samarkand? The dramatic history of the Arc? Or maybe getting lost in Bukhara? Let me know in the comments below which destination is calling your name. I read all the comments, so let's chat about it. Your dream trip starts with a comment, just saying. If you loved traveling with me and want to explore more of the world's most amazing cultures, then you know what to do. Hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss our next adventure. We've got so many more stories to tell and so many more hidden gems to uncover together. Thank you again for watching. Stay awesome, and I'll see you in the next video. One love.